Welcome to 3D comparison. This will be regarding Rodin. So I received the following comment 10 hours ago. How did you get it to load multiple images? This is regarding the web tool for Hyper3D Rodin. We see over here that it ignores all but one for me. Now let's take a look. Over here I have an account that hasn't any subscription added. And over here I'm using the one where I have the business subscription. Now within the one with either creator or business, you can go over here and add an image. For example, I'm going to add those 8 images for the Gearbox. I'm going to hit open and we're going to see that only the 5 images will be added over here. So we see them over here. Keep in mind that this is the current cap. We can also go with Gen 2.5. This is the best model at the moment. We can also swap to the legacy one, 1.5. And over here we can also swap the overall quality. So we can go to high or extreme high. Keep in mind that this will cost 0.5 credits. You see over here how many credits you have within your account. And with extreme high, this will actually cost 1. I can now hit generate. I'm going to receive a notification that extreme high is not ideal for every case. It is best suited for high precision generation. I'm going to go ahead and hit and generate. And we see that now this is being prepared. Over here where I have a simple account, I can still add the same amount of images over here. The main problem is that they will all be added within the queue, but since this is not having either a creator or business account over here, I think education works also. We're going to see that if I'm going to hit generate, initially since I have this set to extreme high, we're going to see that I received the phone notification, subscribe to unlock multi-image views. That means if you are not using a paid account, you can only use a single image at a time. So if I'm just going to hit generate, nothing will happen. I will need to go ahead and remove the additional images over here. Let's say that I'm just going to leave this one. And again, if I'm going to hit generate, since this is set to extreme high, we're going to see that this requires either a creator or business account. So I will need to go with the high. But if I'm going to hit generate now, we're going to see how this works. So this is the current limitation. Keep in mind that other tools, for example, Meshy, will only allow you to generate the model, but you don't have access to that model to download. Over here within Rodin, even with a free account, you can generate. You are not unlocking, let's say, the full potential. So the extreme high over here, you cannot use multiple references, but you can still generate good models. And as you can see, this is being now processed. If I'm going to swap over here, this will soon be finished. We see the generating progress bar. It's all the way over here. We should soon start receiving that preview. And within that preview, Rodin will take into account all of those 5 images. And the best thing is that the alignment will work really good. And in most case studies, those alignment will be done automatically really good. You can also go ahead and after that, reconfigure the alignment of the images if the model has some problems, and then you can regenerate the mesh. Now we see over here the generate progression bar where I added 5 images. This is the one where I only added 1. And this also processes faster, as you can see, Gen 2.5. But in this case, since this had symmetric added, this actually didn't manage to create this. The main problem is that since this was a single image, it doesn't actually know the depth of the gearbox and the fact that the gear are not aligned like this. So this is why using single image, it is highly recommended to use a perspective image like this one. Because with an image like this one, Rodin will better see the depth. So we see over here the yellow gear and the red gear are not actually on the same plane. This one is actually with the one in green in the back. Now we have this model generated where Fusion used the automatic tool to align the images. And we're going to see how this will be the output. So we see that the gears are aligned like this, so they are slightly off shifted, but overall this is pretty good. So we see over here the housing for the bearings, the shaft. The shaft actually isn't filled, so it's just like a tube over here in this case. But we see the overall symmetry of the gearbox. We actually have this one pretty well defined, where we can empty the gearbox, and those information were actually taken from these two images where we have those details. This is why using multiple images is really good. We see that Generative AI still has problems separating those. I can go ahead and I can separate this with bank to parts. I'm really curious if that additional gear will be separated from the main one. We have over here a preview. We can also go ahead and do a manual segmentation. But initially, I'm just going to leave it like this with automatic. And we see over here that those gearbox will be separated. So I'm going to hit generate. And over here, this will be the model. So you see that perspective image really helps when you're using single image input. And in this case, we see that the profile of the gear, of this yellow gear and the red one are actually pretty good. They are not perfectly interlocking. Over here, we have the same problem with the green one. But overall, we see that this works really good. And even with a free account, I can go ahead and I can separate those. If I'm going to go within bank to parts over here, we're going to have the same preview. And I'm pretty sure that it will separate those, so the gears, the shafts, and the main enclosure of this. So let's take a look. We see over here that this will be the preview. I'm going to hit generate. And in the meantime, we should have this over here ready. We see that this is being queued. It's up to 41%. It will actually finish faster. It's not a linear progression over here. So usually it starts a little bit slower, but after that, it will process faster. And we're going to see exactly how that will happen. We see over here within the free account, we have this progression bar, the same 21% compared to 53. I do expect this to process a little bit slower since this uses extreme high mesh. While over here we are only using high, so the overall poly count within this one will be kept to, I think it's 1 million for high and 2 million for extreme high. And we can even go with extreme high up to 10 million faces for meshes that are made from triangles. We see that some details over here, like the bearing housing over here, are not that okay. And these will be the gears. And as you can see, some of them will be really well defined. We do have some shafts, but the bearing housing was still attached. We have the caps for those, but overall this is a pretty good exploded view, as we can see. And I can go ahead, for example, for this one, where I still have the shaft attached to the gear, and I can further separate this. We're going to receive over here a preview just for this model, and with the possibility to separate this. And I'm expecting the gear to be separated from the shaft, even though we see that the gear doesn't actually have the cutout in the middle to be attached to that. And within the free account, we also have the separation done. And this will be the output. And we see over here, this doesn't have the cutout as well. And we can further go, even within a free account, I can go ahead and I can further separate this. Keep in mind that each additional separation will be 0.5 credits. And each month you're going to receive 26.5 over here. We have the preview now being generated. We see that the overall processing queue, it's quite, it's a little bit slower over here on the free account, as we can see. So it's still trying to receive that preview for this exploded view, while within the pay account we saw the main difference. So this is why I decided to make this video, in order to showcase the main advantages. I still consider that Rodin over here offers the best value for paid accounts. especially due to the fact that the web tool allows you to further do changes. So for example, we see over here, within other tools such as Tripo, you're just gonna put the images, you're gonna do the initial settings, you're gonna hit generate, and everything will happen in the background. Over here within Rodin, as you can see, we can go ahead. We have this interactive 3D model. We can select those and we can further decide where we want those to be splitted. And in this case, we see that I removed this gear from that shaft, and we actually have a cutout. It's not perfect. This is not ready for mechanical use. But if you have something that you want to prepare, let's say for a presentation and showcase the overall components of a mechanical assembly, this is really interesting since they have this floating mechanism over here. And we see over here how interesting that animation will be. Now, over here on the free account, we do have this ready. I'm really curious if that small gear will also have the cutout, so I'm following that. And as you can see, it was separated like this, so this still hasn't been separated. I can go ahead and I can have this separated again, and I'm expecting that gear to have a cutout in the middle, so just like we had within that, the different one, within the paid account. We see over here the description. This is really well defined, so gear reducer assembly. We do have that preview. I'm just gonna I will separate this again to see if both models will do the cutout where this small gear will be added. And again, to showcase the difference between the free account and the paid account. We see over here that even within this one, I still have to wait a little bit for the preview. And after that, the gear will actually be separated like this. So it's not actually being with the cutout in the middle. So that was within the preview. Over here, we see a little bit something different. So I'm just going to hit generate, but I'm not expecting this to have the cutout as well, since within that preview it didn't. And we see over here that for mechanical parts, generative AI will still struggle since it doesn't actually understands the mechanical assemblies and how the parts are fitted together. And this is the main reason why generative AI is mostly intended for 3D generation, for 3D printing, for games, for visual effects, and so on, and not for mechanical applications. But that shift will happen soon when generative AI will also merge with CAD modeling. And I do expect that within, let's say, the following years, we should add an image like this with a gearbox, and generative AI will manage to output the gears with the correct ratio, the distance within the axis, and so on. And at the same time, we'll also provide the overall housing of that, and also define additional elements such as the materials that will be used in this case. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait over here to have those segmented. We see over here the overall progression. As you can see, there are no differences. So if you are using a free account, you will not be added to a slow queue within the priority over here for the processing. As you can see, it will still be on the same servers. This is quite interesting. So we do have a small section over here, just like one of the gears was has been broken, and we have a chip over here, a clip section from that gear. Not sure exactly which one is that gear since I'm not seeing any missing components, but over here for the caps, we see that the screws haven't been properly separated. We can go ahead and we can try to further separate this, but I'm pretty sure that it will not understand that those will be the section where we're going to have those bolt assemblies. And we have this ready. I'm now curious if that gear, okay, so the gear has been segmented like this. We see over here, this hasn't actually been properly filled. It does have a little bit of thickness, so it's just not a surface, but it's not actually what it should have been. And over here we have the secondary segmentation. Let's take a look at this one. and this will be the result. Okay, so this was an overview regarding Rodin, so business account against the simple one. Again, I do consider that Rodin offers quite a lot within their paid account. So if you are within generative AI, I would recommend to give it a try. Maybe initially within the free account to see exactly how it works, and then you can decide if you want to go for a paid account. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. You're gonna see additional videos regarding 3D generative AI over here on the left. And if you enjoy this kind of content, you can consider to subscribe. You're gonna find the button on the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.